when we talk about pictures, then there is one emerging in a very suspenseful way in Tamil Nadu. The first ballot will be cast in Tamil Nadu in precisely 14 days or 2 weeks. Many are of the view that this is Tamil Nadu's most pivotal election since 1967, when the DMK wrested power from the Congress for the first time and N. Annadurai became Chief Minister. It's being called a pivotal election because it is being felt that the 2024 polls will set the course for the sun to set on Dravida politics. The BJP riding on PM Modi's messaging is emerging as an alternative, and its Hindutva politics could provide an ideological counterfoil. With the AIADMK star said to be waning, the contest in Tamil Nadu has acquired the tone of a genuine three-way fight. The apparent end of the traditional two-flank clash between the DMK and the AIADMK-led fronts has even thrown pollsters off course. And let me put out for you a series of opinion polls that are making very, very different projections about what is really happening in Tamil Nadu. So first is, of course, the News18 opinion poll, where the India Alliance, which is the DMK Plus Alliance, is thought to be getting 51% of the vote share and 30 seats out of the 39 in Tamil Nadu, the NDA 5, the others 4. The NDA, of course, being primarily the BJP with 13% of the vote share. Viewers, let's look at some others. Let's go through them quickly. The ETG opinion poll, also sort of in the same ballpark, but this time showing the DMK and the Congress combined getting again a vote share in the 40% plus category, but the BJP shown to get a lot more, not 13% as the TV18 poll had shown, but this one putting it up by about 6% and 2 to 6 seats. So the margin is big, but the mean is around 4. The AIADMK getting 17% and the others 20%. Let's look at some of the other opinion polls. The C voter opinion poll, DMK getting 55% of the vote and clean sweep for the DMK just like last time. You also have, of course, a local Tamil channel that has put out a conservative number, 38% of the vote share for the DMK plus. The BJP getting 4 to 6 at 18%, which is something that even the BJP state president believes is the real number for the BJP in vote share terms. Much will, of course, depend on the answer to some unknown questions. Let's go over these questions and structure the debate around them. What are these questions? Has the conventional binary of the Dravid party, DMK and AIADMK, had its day in Tamil politics? If that is indeed the case, the BJP comes in. Has the BJP's inability, however, to unite the opposition that has drawn AIADMK into an alliance splintered the anti-incumbency vote? It's an important question. Will voters looking beyond a splintered AIADMK move to DMK or the NDA? If the AIADMK is collapsing, imploding after J. Jayalalitha, will its votes move, in other words, to the AIADMK plus, the DMK plus or to the NDA? How much has Modi's pro-Tamil messaging and fielding fair share of prominent candidates benefited the NDA? Very important, unstated, unknown. Has Annamalai been able to build BJP up in the voters' mind's eye in Coimbatore, Tirupur, Madurai, Nagarkoil and Kanyakumari? Important area of focus for the BJP. Since welfare schemes and freebies have been part of the political culture for decades in Tamil Nadu, will NDA's guarantees impact voters' choice? Let's open this up. Viewers, we've got much to talk about and we have a very established panel. Let me first begin with Mr. Dharnidharan, spokesperson of the DMK. Now, Mr. Dharnidharan, I have to ask you this question. You're seeing the variations in all the poll projections. Why are the pollsters so confused? If it is a cakewalk, then it's easy to predict. But the pollsters seem to be spun around. Some are giving the BJP 13% vote share. Others are giving it almost 20% of the vote share, between 2 and 6 seats. But definitely, there is a surge for the BJP, for the NDA. If voters are making up their minds, and this is reflecting in certain polls, what's to say that there isn't actually a silent undercurrent?
See, as a DMK spokesperson, I'll have to be jubilant right now, or maybe over the past few months, right? Because the wave is clearly DMK. In Tamil Nadu, it is DMK versus the others. There's one thing that is constant in all the poll surveys that you showed. That is both NDA and ADMK, even combined, do not match up to the DMK's vote share. In most poll projection is more than 50%, and probably in one or two, less than 50%, but still we are at least 18 percentage points more than the second biggest party. So that shows how the Dravidian model has worked in Tamil Nadu and the trust people of Tamil Nadu have on our Chief Minister M.K. Stalin.
Okay.
Second important point I like to make is in an election, even if there are 3% vote share differences, in fact, in 2020, in 2014 election, there were only several percentage point differences, and the ADMK got 39 and we got 0, and in 2019 there was about 10 percentage points difference, and we got 39 and ADMK got 0. Sorry, we got 38 and
38.
ADMK got 1, right?
Yes.
And this time, every poll is showing at least a difference of 15 to 20%. So I do not understand how will the other parties manage to get 7 to 8 seats. This has not happened in any state. You go to any state, if the vote difference is more than 10 percentage points between party 1 and party 2, it's always a clean sweep, and more so in a parliament election. Let's see in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
Let's see in other states.
So you're doubting the math.
Gujarat.
Okay. So you're doubting the math. Okay, fair enough.
BJP, like in 2020, in 2019, let's go 2019. Let's go to Gujarat. Let's go to Madhya Pradesh, where BJP swept, right?
Well, even if the BJP were to get a maximum 6 seats or 2 seats, it's a huge endorsement for Modi's politics in a state where the BJP last election had only 3%. Let's not forget that, Mr. Dharnidharan. Today it's this much. In 2026, it might be a lot more.
I'm coming there. That's what I'm trying to say. So, the difference was less than the distance that you're projecting for the DMK. I mean, the difference between BJP and Congress in these states is more than what is between DMK and ADMK and
I understand what you're saying.
DMK, that's a point. That's an important point. And second thing is, even in 2014, when BJP had a bigger alliance, their vote share was up more than 15%. But when BJP stood alone in 2022 for the municipal polls, the vote share was only 2.5%.
That's what I'm saying. So these polls seeming to suggest that there is anti-incumbency. That's not going to go down very well with the DMK. And if there is... Well, I mean, look at the... Okay, one second. Okay, let me get the other side. Let's get the other side. Because there are polls which are seeming to suggest that the DMK only has around 43% of the vote. There are others, of course, they're putting it beyond 50%. So I understand I'm saying. So listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, sir. I'm saying that you have in some polls plus 50%, in some you're short of 50%. If you're short of 50%, that means there are other voters out there who are not well disposed to you, and they're a majority. Anyhow, let's open this up. You made 3 or 4 points. Let the others also have a chance, if you don't mind. JVC Sriram, let me bring you in. The DMK says that come what may, we are the dominant force. Our ideology is still being underwritten by the voters. What is your view on this?
Good evening, Rahul and other panelists. The first point that I would like to make is DMK is obviously a dominant party as far as Pan-Tamil Nadu is concerned. So, the question is, are they going to repeat what they did in 2019? The answer is a resounding no. To the point which Mr. Dharnidharan made, that when the gap is more than 20%, you cannot win a seat. I would like to give an example of Telangana. In Telangana in 2019, BJP had a 19% vote share, reflecting in 4 seats, and there was close to around 18% gap with BRS, which backed 9 seats. The reason is because BJP was not spread across the entire state of Telangana. It was confined to the northern and the Hyderabad and Secunderabad. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, what we are seeing at this point in time, because I have been on an 80-day tour, particularly the last 16 days, I have visited constituencies,
Okay.
spoke to thousands of people in camera, and a team is doing an exhaustive survey for the local newspaper here. Now, what I can tell with confidence is BJP is certainly opening its account as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned.
Okay.
Now, is that going to be 2? Is that going to be 5 for NDA or 7? Only we will know in the next coming days, because
Okay, fair enough.
last 2-3 days.
Let me bring in Dr. Raman. Dr. Raman, here is another point of view. A man who's traveled for 80 days, gone from constituency to constituency on his own, as he claims, on his own steam, reporting for a local channel there. He is telling you that things are beginning to shift. This is no longer just the Dravidian wall. Other ideologies are beginning to penetrate. Dr. Raman.
Rahul, I honestly disagree. This is a straight fight between the DMK and the AIADMK in 90% of seats. The BJP will make a dent in about 3 to 4 seats and potentially could end up winning 1, maybe at the outermost limit 2, but I don't even believe that 2 seats are going to be possible. Perhaps they could be winning 1 seat. That does not make it a huge achievement, because you must remember that even in 2014 the BJP did win 1 seat in Kanyakumari, and one of its allies, the PMK, won 1 seat in Dharmapuri.
Okay.
So even in 2014 they won 2 seats. The NDA, as it were, won 2 seats. It is possible that they could pick up 1 or 2 seats, but beyond that, I don't.
Well, it's interesting because when we spoke, when we put out our projection, you said 0. I remember that very clearly. So even you've sort of now said, okay, maybe 1 or 2.
No.
Oh, you didn't say that.
No,
Okay.
Rahul. No,
Right.
Rahul.
Okay.
I said 1 because I always felt that there was deep south of Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
The BJP has had a presence for the last 30 years. So there is no, I've never said that they will 100% end up
Okay.
with 0. But it could be 0 to 1 to 2. But it's not
Okay.
going to be 5 or
Well,
6 as you have projected.
Okay.
Let me, 1 minute. 1 minute. You have to understand, Rahul, that there are multiple seats where there is still almost about 15 days time for the voting to happen.
Sure.
So the campaign is evolving, but
Well,
at
Prime
this
Minister
point
is
of
going
time,
in a few days.
one point
So
I
even
will
the
assure you,
BJP's
there is
main
no
vote
way-
catcher has not hit the ground. Okay, so you made that point. You made that point. Let me
one
bring in
last
Mr.
point,
Nagaraj.
One point.
Yeah.
One point.
Yeah.
There is no way that the BJP or NDA's vote share is going to be more than the AIADMK's vote share. I can give you
Okay, so you don't believe that the AIADMK is imploding on itself. Okay, Mr. Nagarajan, let me ask you this. Has the conventional binary of Dravid politics, DMK and AIADMK, had its day? Is this really a contest between the DMK and the AIADMK, or is it a contest between the DMK and perhaps the BJP plus?
See, Henry Ford said that if he asked people what he wanted, they would have said faster horses. In 2004 and 5, we would not have expected an iPhone. I'm pointing to these things because these represent inflection point. Okay, so extrapolation from the past will not matter. That is exactly what is happening with Tamil Nadu politics. This is 2024 is going to be a trend-setting election, like what happened with Uttar Pradesh in 2014. Uttar Pradesh, BJP won 72, and that has set the trend for the assembly elections later and the parliamentary elections later. 2024 for Tamil Nadu is one such an election. And this is based on 3 different things happening simultaneously. One is the division of ADMK between the EPS and OPS factions. We do not know the strengths of each. One claims that it is stronger than the other. Second is, obviously, the DMK was at its peak from 2019 to 2021. It's coming down because of corruption allegations, misgovernance, etc. We do not know how much it will affect the voters. We have to wait and see. And third important factor is the rise of Annamalai and the politics of development that PM Modi has assured, and also his repeated visits to Tamil Nadu. So, lot of these moving parts are simultaneously happening. So, we have to wait and see what it happens. So, I don't think if anybody says it's going to be a bipolar politics between ADMK and DMK, it's disingenuous and plainly boring. I don't think it is possible at all. And many of these surveys that you show clearly show that there is a chance of BJP becoming the second pole. That is the biggest game in town. It is not about the number 1 spot. We all know that DMK is doing pretty well. So who is going to be the number 2 is the game in town. We have to see how the vote share pans out. Any seat that BJP gets is icing on the cake. We have to see whether they cross the 20% mark. That is
Okay,
what
so
it
let
is.
me ask the DMK spokesperson very quickly. I don't have much time. I just want to ask you, sir, if the BJP appears as the single largest after the DMK and the Congress alliance, just asking you, would you begin to accept the fact that perhaps your singular attack on Sanatan Dharma, etc., was misplaced, misdirected, misconceived?
No, I think no. I think people in Tamil Nadu hate the BJP,
Okay,
and I do not think BJP has any grassroots presence.
okay.
To win an election, you need booth level workers. I do not see BJP having any booth level workers anywhere. You need 20,000 workers per constituency, booth BLA2 and booth committee. Where do they have that? Per
Okay,
constituency?
JVC Sriram, they don't even have booth level
Even
workers.
8
What are you talking?
Right, so the
I think that's what I've been
number
questioning
of
Dharmendran
members.
everywhere. How does he know that there are no booth level workers? You know
Okay.
about the Sangathan. You know about the organization.
Well-
I can tell you a seat, Rahul, where none of them would say that this seat is going to go to BJP. It was
Well,
not in
viewers,
your-
the very fact that we are
Similarly,
having
they're
a
winning.
conversation riddled with possibilities tells you that this is a pivotal election. Perhaps it's a 1967 kind of election. I don't know, viewers, but there is something happening on the ground. I'm leaving it at this. We're right back. Don't go away.